You think you know everything about Saul Goodman and the Breaking Bad universe? What if I told you the slippery lawyer's story isn't over and the next chapter could unfold behind prison bars? Could a prison set Better Call Saul revival actually rewrite TV history? How far will Bob Odenkirk and the creators go to keep this legend alive? Stick around, because what's coming next will blow your mind and change everything you thought you knew about this iconic saga. Don't miss a single detail. Hold on to your hats, Breaking Bad obsessives, because Bob Odenkirk just dropped a revelation hotter than a meth lab explosion. Apparently, the one and only Saul Goodman isn't sashaying back onto our screens with a slick grin and a fresh suit. No, that'd be way too easy. Instead, Odenkirk envisions our beloved slippery lawyer doing time behind bars, because why not keep the guy trapped in the one place he's really earned? And of course, this grand prison revival can only happen if the TV gods Vince Gilligan and Peter Gould are at the helm, because nobody else could possibly handle the delicate art of dragging Saul through the cell blocks without turning it into a soap opera. In an interview that's basically throwing a grenade into the Albuquerque fanbase, Odenkirk made it clear Saul's not walking free again anytime soon. Nope, if we get another round, it's locked up tight in prison, so get your contraband burner phones ready and prepare for some serious cell block scheming. But hey, don't expect this to be a quick or easy ride. With Odenkirk's jam-packed calendar, Gilligan and Gould juggling shiny new projects, and Rhea Seehorn off starring in some other fancy Apple TV gig, the chances of pulling off this gritty comeback are about as slim as Saul's chances of getting parole. So, is the Breaking Bad universe about to bless us with another miracle? Or is Saul Goodman's story locked away forever like some priceless contraband? Fans, critics, and ex-users alike are losing their minds over this drama. Grab your popcorn. This saga just got way more complicated, and honestly, who else would have it any other way? Bob Odenkirk isn't just playing around, he's here to rewrite every dusty old rule about TV revivals with the subtlety of a wrecking ball. A lawyer locked behind bars? Groundbreaking, right? Odenkirk's interview was basically a masterclass in how to tease the hell out of fans while keeping things raw, real, and dripping with that same charismatic charm that made Saul Goodman a household name. And an icon for anyone who appreciates a good con artist with a heart of, well, something. This guy's been grinding since the late 80s, cutting his teeth writing for Saturday Night Live, then popping up all over the place, from Roseanne to The Larry Sanders Show, before co-creating the cult classic Mr. Show with David Cross. But then came Saul Goodman, the crooked lawyer, former con man, and all-around scene stealer who flipped Odenkirk's whole career on its head and turned him into a dramatic powerhouse overnight. "That part turned my life around," he said, voice heavy with both gratitude and exhaustion. As if living Saul Goodman's chaotic double life wasn't enough, Better Call Saul wasn't just a glorified prequel. It was a storytelling masterpiece, blending dark humor, gut-wrenching tragedy, and enough moral grayness to make your head spin. Watching Jimmy McGill's slow, painful transformation into the slippery Saul Goodman was like witnessing a beautiful train wreck you couldn't look away from. And then, bam! The series finale slams Saul into prison, tying up his fate in Walter White's drug empire with a gut punch that was both inevitable and profound. So yeah, Odenkirk's prison set revival idea isn't just some cheap stunt. It's a totally logical, thrilling next chapter where our silver-tongued lawyer might be outsmarting corrupt guards, hustling fellow inmates, or wrestling with the messy beast called redemption. And spoiler alert, if Vince Gilligan and Peter Gould, the brilliant minds behind it all, cook up a plan, you better believe Odenkirk's in. Loyalty? Unwavering. Drama? Guaranteed. Grab your popcorn, people. This roller coaster isn't slowing down anytime soon. Bob Odenkirk isn't just casually suggesting a prison-set Saul revival like it's a weekend hobby. He's straight up candid about how playing these intense, chip-on-the-shoulder characters, whether it's Saul or Hutch Mansell from Nobody, is basically emotional heavy lifting. Like, you can't just lug around that kind of baggage 24/7 without it messing with your soul. He's practically saying, yeah, it's exhausting, and fans everywhere suddenly realize even legends need a break from all that darkness. And then, just to sprinkle in some real-world chaos, you've got Odenkirk's own bustling film and TV schedule, Gilligan and Gould juggling their latest big ideas, and Rhea Seehorn off-starring in Pluribus, an Apple TV show about the most miserable person on Earth, ironically trying to save the world from happiness. Because of course, misery loves company. So while the logistics look like a twisted episode of How to Get a Revival Done, Odenkirk's openness to this prison drama has fans losing their minds imagining Saul's jailhouse hustle, maybe scheming with Kim Wexler again, or battling his past demons in a tiny cell. And oh boy, when Odenkirk dropped these hints on X, the internet exploded harder than a Cinnabon heist gone spectacularly sideways. The Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul fandom flooded the web with all kinds of fiery reactions, turning revival rumors into an all-out cultural wildfire. One fan tweeted, "Saul Goodman in prison? Bob Odenkirk's genius idea has me losing my mind. Give us this gritty revival now. Fire Better Call Saul." Another, clearly ready to throw money at the screen, declared, "Odenkirk in a prison set Saul show with Gilligan and Gould. Shut up and take my entire wallet." Yep, the hype train is full speed ahead, and honestly, who's even trying to stop it? Raising hands everywhere like they just saw Saul himself slipping through a prison fence, fans went absolutely wild with theories. Addict X threw out the ultimate fantasy, Saul running cons behind bars, Kim dropping in for a visit, maybe even a Jesse Pinkman cameo. Because why not turn the whole prison into a Breaking Bad reunion party? Honestly, it sounds like pure fanfiction gold. But of course, not everyone was ready to hop on the hype train. V Skeptic, probably the universe's designated party pooper, threw some cold water on the whole idea with a classic "Love Odenkirk, but another Saul show?" Nah. Their take? The finale was perfect. Why risk trashing it with a risky prison sequel? Sure, prison sounds edgy and cool, but it's a gamble with a legacy like Better Call Saul. Then along came Adromed X, doubling down on the sacred revival commandments. Without Gilligan and Gould, any Saul comeback will crash and burn. Don't mess with a masterpiece. Because when it comes to sacred TV lore, fans don't play around. Meanwhile, the Internet Meme Factory went into overdrive, flooding feeds with Saul Goodman billboards made from courtroom theatrics, captioned with things like, "When Bob says prison revival, but you're already planning Saul's jailbreak." One viral image nailed it perfectly. Odenkirk behind bars with the text, "Saul Goodman, lockup legend ready to hustle." And just when you thought it couldn't get any better, fans started pitching dream scenarios that ranged from gritty prison drama to full-blown legal thrillers with Saul defending fellow inmates. The debate? Electric. The excitement? Palpable. The internet? Totally sold out. The slippery lawyer who redefined an entire universe and changed the very fabric of television? Yeah, that's Saul Goodman for you. Better Call Saul isn't just some spin-off cash grab. No, it's a cultural juggernaut that effortlessly stands shoulder to shoulder with Breaking Bad, earning its place as one of TV's greatest achievements. Since its 2015 launch, the show has brilliantly chronicled Jimmy McGill's slow, messy transformation into the fast-talking, morally flexible Saul Goodman, mixing dark comedy, gut-wrenching drama, and enough moral ambiguity to make you question your own life choices. All wrapped up in a story that somehow manages to feel both deeply personal and epically grand. And then there's Odenkirk himself, who took what was originally a comedic sidekick and spun him into a dramatic powerhouse capable of making you laugh, cry, and cringe all within a single scene. Meanwhile, the razor-sharp writing from Vince Gilligan and Peter Gould stitched together a rich tapestry of flawed, unforgettable characters. Jimmy, Saul, Kim Wexler, Mike Ehrmantraut, Nacho Varga, each carrying the tragic weight and seismic consequences that ripple through the Breaking Bad universe. It's storytelling on a whole other level, folks.